Hey guys, we are back. So I'm gonna go through sewing supplies. We have so much stuff. So that's the fabric we'll look at tomorrow. Okay, so we have interfacing. I'm just gonna kind of scan through the tops here. So the labels pretty much say what kind of interfacing we have. Oh, that one's a little worse than wear tag. I love heat and bond interfacing. This stuff's really cool too. This is actually like a fleece with adhesive on one side. It's awesome. You can see it there. It's just iron on. So there's the rest of our interfacing there. We also have loads of trims and things like that. So, but I think that's going to be a whole day in itself. We have bags of polyfill as well, if need be. Let's see the price on it. So it's $9.50 for this huge bag of it. So there's more of our trim and stretchy sequence, and then all of our ribbon and trim. So, but we'll definitely go through that. That's got to be a full day. We've got feathers, more trim here, sewing totes, more fabric bundles. Excuse me. Okay, so we have some swatch buddies, some temporary fabric spray. These are really cute. These are little tins with measuring tapes in them. This is iron-on prints here. We've got some crochet hooks and quilt hooks. I'm actually going to do a quick one tomorrow because I'll be getting my order of all the cross stitch and crocheting supplies and our cross stitch kits. I'm picking that up tomorrow morning, which is really exciting. So I'm actually going to do a special virtual shop just on all of the crochet and knitting and cross stitch supplies. I've got these little snips too. These are so cute. These are just actually empty tins. This is measuring tapes. This is a little sewing kit. I don't know if I can do this with one hand. There we go. They're cute. And then if you need straight pins, these are pins that come in a tin. I can't pick it up. I also sell hand lotion. So if your hands are dried out, scentless, so theater friendly hand lotion. Okay, so I've got webbing, black and white, lots of sizes. I've got snap tape. I do have elastic. These are just hanks of elastic. This is the wider stuff. This is little Velcro bits. As I posted this morning, I actually have some limited amount of, this is a quarter elastic. This is a quarter, and then this is the 3 milliliters or millimeters. So this is actually all I have left for a while, but I am getting a big shipment in, hopefully in a week and a half it'll be here. I have black and white drawstring. There's some snap tape. This is plastic boning or ridgeline, so all different kinds in here. This is actually elastic here. I also have this elastic too. You could use it for the surgical masks. It's just colored silver. This is all my elastic here. Buttonhole elastic. This was actually from Shirley Potter's. This is because I had so many ballet slippers and stuff, so it's ballet pink. All of our elastic here. This also works. I've been using this for my surgical masks as well. And then there's elastic. I've got twill tape, black and white twill tape, a couple different sizes, Velcro tie strips. This is all of my Velcro through here. Different ones. If you want to know the different sizes and prices, just send me a message. I also have thread. So this is your top stitching. This is your really heavy duty thread. So I have it in white and black in these spools. This is really good for sewing on, buttons, things like that, anything really heavy. And then this is my buttonhole twist. I have just a few different colors in here, the gold and the purple. I'm just going to kind of scan through the threads. If you want any of these threads, just tell me this number here. These are the numbers here. So this is just the poly thread. And then these ones are 100 meters. So you just can see all the different ones there. All the colors. I get people who call in and they order fabric, and then they come pick it up, or I drop it off, or whatever works for them. And then I get a call the next day saying, oh, I need thread. Such an easy thing to forget. So that's all our different threads here. All right. And then I have metallic threads here. That's my top stitching. So that's like the thread that's on top of this cabinet. This is your heavy thread. And then this is also poly thread. But these ones are I think they're 250. Yeah, 250 meters. And then these guys are the 500 meters. So those are the really big cones. And then these are, you can use these for top thread as well as your serger. I love these because with some domestic machines, you can actually put them in the top where they sit on top. It's really good top stitch thread, and you can also use it for your serger. So a lot of folks buy just 4 of them, or 4 or 5, covered for your serger, but then you can also use them in your domestic machine depending on the style of it. So those are really awesome. They take a lot less room up than those really tall, huge cones. And they're not that expensive. They're $5.98 a spool, so it's pretty cheap. I've got some bells. Those are all sold per unit. Those are bells. Those are buttons. And then there's some studs, collar tips. These are thread pulls, but I use them for all kinds of stuff. D-rings, ever important D-rings. Every cosplayer buys D-rings. Then there's just some kind of knick-knacky stuff through here. And these are all sold individually as well. These are just kind of like gems. We also sell different bra straps. So just black ones, and then we've got the clear with the sequence colors. I also have zippers. So again, I'll just you can read the info here on the tag if you want to kind of zoom in as you need. But there's all the zippers, your coat zippers. So lots of different zippers. I can get a lot of other zippers too as well. So if there's something you see that we don't have here, just send me a message. We also have appliques. Lots and lots and lots and lots of appliques, way more. If you've been to the store, you know how many appliques we have. These are our cover buttons through here. And then the clear little buttons, these are used, you can attach something on, like glue onto this, and then you could sew it on like a button. We have lots of different cards. We separate them by colors. So if you need certain buttons, just send me a description. I can dig through these bins for you. But these are just full of, they're $1 cards. They're all different buttons sorted by color. These are our felt squares. They're 49 cents a square. So those are the colors we have, but as you can see, we're gonna add to the collection. So that's gonna be full of new colors as well. But that's what I've got in stock at the moment. I have bias by the meter. So that's these with these funky prints. You never know when you need, baby bias. This is a piping here. And then this is all of the bias tape pre-cut in packages. So if you're making, there's some rickrack and some piping, blanket binding. If you're making the masks, you can use, like if you don't have any elastic, use bias as well. Bias works well, and just tie them on. There's some appliques, there's some novelty buttons, different Disney ones. There's tassels, and then this is what I've got for eyelets and grommets. So there's some tools up there, and then all all the different grommets through here. Can you guys hear the show tunes in the back? I miss theater so much. There's some iron-on repair patches, as well as that's the suede elbow patches, and then that's more repair patches there. Okay, there's shoulder pads on the top, and bust padding, as well as underwire bras. Did you guys know you can actually just buy the wires for your bra? Yeah, so don't throw your bra out, just fix it. Here's some snaps, some weights, some toggles, some hooks. I'll just kind of scan through them. All different sizes of snaps. There's some bachelor buttons there. These guys here. I love these hooks. When you make a cape, these hooks are really nice. They're actually covered in thread. So there's all the different snaps through there. Okay, so if you watched my virtual shopping last time, you heard me say machine buttons or machine needles are not your place to save money. Machine needles are not expensive. Even the good ones, $3.19, and seriously make a huge difference in your sewing. So if you don't remember the last time you changed the needle on your machine, you should change the needle on your machine. So we have all different kinds here. We have the threaders as well. The Clover ones are really nice because they have a little blade for cutting your thread. There's another that's a threader as well. More needles. And then we have lots of hand needles as well. And then your thimble as well. Beeswax, coat your thread in that, and it's easier to sew. It makes your thread stronger. It doesn't tangle as well. These are my favorite thimbles ever. I love these thimbles. They're so nice. And then I have some pom-pom makers, some pom-poms. I get some, if you need yarn too, I got some random yarn. Just let me know. Okay, we're going to move over to dye. So we have the iDye Poly. So you can see the collection there as well. And then we have the full line of Dylon. The little packs are the multi-purpose dye. And then the bigger packs, they're more for cottons and cotton blends, if I remember correctly. Ooh, there's the instructions on the back there. Move that. See the colors there. I've got the line of the liquid RIT dyes as well. So we'll just kind of scan through those. Lots of different colors. And then there's some more RIT dyes, and at the bottom, those are the boxed RIT dye. Why I brought those in is they're way cheaper. So the liquid ones are nice, obviously, because you get to skip that step. But these are really inexpensive. They're $4.50, and they do quite a bit. Just make sure, it is dust that you shouldn't be breathing in, so make sure you wear a mask and really careful with it. Okay, and then I've got some sewing totes up there as well. I have lots of different colors in each of them. So that's there. I also have, it's too high for me, but we sell dress forms and all those different sizes there. So that's the box there. So let me know if you need a dress form. Okay, there's our paper scissors, and then our shears, and then our snips, and then pinkers in the corner there. We have rotary cutters and blades. There's one just kind of right here as well. Lots of snips. This is the big hot item right now. These Clover, they're, what are they called again? Patchwork scissors, but I use them as my sewing snips. They are the sharpest point in snips ever, and they have, so you can put them in your sewing kit. I love those. Those are my new favorite thing right now. It's little snips. You got your blade. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. This is your craft knife, and it comes with extra blades, and then some more snips. Heat and Bond tape, Heat and Bond light. And then I've got all the buckles you can imagine. Lots and lots of buckles and sliders. All kinds of stuff. Suspender clips. There's some Heat and Bond. If you haven't used Heat and Bond, you should try it out. It's my favorite thing. Basically, you could just make adhesive. So making patterns like this and stuff. You just iron the Heat and Bond on the back of the fabric, cut it out, take the paper off, put it onto the other fabric, and then iron it on. It's the best. There's some fasteners, some frogs, and some more clips, buckles, lots and lots of stuff. Okay, so I also have rulers. This is called a quilter's template, but I love these. So like right now I'm making hundreds of surgical masks, so I cut my pattern out of this plastic sheet, because even out of like manila paper it's not going to stand up, but these plastic sheets, it's awesome. And there's bigger ones too behind there, and they're pretty inexpensive. It's $5.50, you get two, and that one, it's the one without the red grid. It's 2 sheets for $5. All right, they got your French curve, metal square, hem measuring gauge. These clover gauges are the best. I love this. Let's look at all the different things it does. Flexible ruler, quilt ruler, meter stick or yardstick, French curve set, pattern paper. This is also one of my favorite things too. This is a curve ruler, so it's for, you can do armholes, hips, shoulders, but you can see I use them for making collars a lot. Like that's like a great collar stand right there. I love these. That's another Clover brand. T-square ruler. These are really great too. So I think these are like made for quilters. I'm not a quilter myself, but I use a lot of their tools for all kinds of stuff. These are really great because I can put them in my sewing kit and travel with it really easily. So, and they're nice and they're thick, so you can use them with your rotary cutter and you won't cut through them. And then I've just got some different sorry, measuring templates here, and then a big square one. Okay, and then we've got different pins, all the different pins. Got a zipper foot up there. These are zipper stops here. More pins, bobbin saver, all the different bobbins, screwdriver, oil set, different light bulbs, flexible measuring tapes. This one's a sticker actually. Buttonhole cutters, ballpoint awl, tailor's awl, seam ripper, tracing wheel, measuring or tracing paper. So I've got the unique as well as the Clover. Chalk. So this is for when you're hemming something yourself at home. You can set this little, see if we can get a better picture of it. You could set this up, and then you fill it with this chalk here, and you could take a hem yourself. Yeah, I do have a pattern notcher. There it is right there. There's the notcher. I also have weights. Tweezers. More gauges. Threaders. This gauge is awesome. Clover has the most brilliant stuff. This actually, this point here, you can spin it. So you can also just make circles with this as well. That's the really big one. And then that's the little guy there. And then the Clover chalk liners. So this is the newer style, but to be honest, I actually like the older styles better. So I tend to carry more of those. I don't know why, but I find these ones don't clog as much. And then you can get the little refills as well. I got to restock. Donna, I just was filling your order, so I pulled those ones. And then we've got some marking tools as well. through here. And then actually, so what I'm gonna do is I'm getting into cross stitch more and more. I'm gonna try to use this on the fabric, and then see if it'll iron away, because like I don't know if you folks have done that, but if you make the grid and then you can mark with that, and then once you're done your cross stitch you can iron it out. So I'm gonna test one of those. I'll let you know how that works out. There's some tailor's chalk. There's some clips, and then some ironing tools through here, iron cleaner, pressing mitt. Okay. Okay, and then I said we go through the patterns here. So I can get the full Berta line. So if there's ever a pattern that you want that you don't see, just send me a message. So these are the ones that I've got in stock right now. I used to carry the full line, and then we just sort of ran out of room. So I just have the select ones on hand, and then I bring in the extra ones, or I bring in custom ones. Usually only takes me a couple days to get them in, so if there's ever one that you want to see. Let's see if we'll put this one in. Can't remember if we've already done this one. Yeah, we did. And then we've got some Laughing Moon as well. So there's some Laughing Moon. Let's see here. There we go. Laughing Moon. These are beautiful patterns. They actually come with a book, the instructions, and then the pattern is on a paper, not just a tissue. There's the costumer's handbook, or notebook, I mean. The handbook is a different book, but that one's also really great. And then there's that guy as well. Okay, I've got some iron-on patches. I'm very sad my supplier no longer has rainbow. That's my last one. I'm not going to get any more unless I can find a new supplier, which bums me out. There's some patches as well. There we go, that's those. Oh, and then just one last thing here. Little baggies, sequins, and paillettes. You can see all the different colors there. So, making some dance costumes or something. And that's what you need. All right, guys. That's pretty much most of the sewing tools. So thanks for joining me. And we'll do the second half of the fabric tomorrow. We'll do it at 6 p.m. as well. All right, have a good night, you guys.